Hello Taurus, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How are you, my bull gang? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for stopping in here. If you are brand new and this is your first time here, welcome here. What I like to do is read for the week ahead. So if you've been here before, you already know how I read. If you're my ride or die, I always am reading for the week ahead. So I'm going to throw down these oracles for the overall energy. And then we are going to look at tarot and get some details about that energy for the week ahead. So welcome here, and if you are coming back, and you always do, and you are the ride or die, thanks for doing that. If you would like to subscribe and stay within this tribe, then please look at the bottom right-hand corner of this little screen where I live. There is a subscription button. Look, I'm reading for the week ahead, which means that if you're here real time, and like this could resonate today, tomorrow, or next year, but if you're here real time, I am reading for the first week of April. How's that? How crazy is that? Spring is all in full force here where I am in central Canada. And the geese were even flying overhead. I heard them honking. It's the sound of home for me. All the geese are coming home. All right, here we go. Let's find out what's going on for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got clouds. So, Taurus, I feel like you have some distractions. Maybe you're distracting yourself, but possibly things are distracting you. We do have card number 11. Now, it feels like maybe you're being distracted, or maybe you're distracted in life. Look, we all carry around a device. Possibly it's time for you to learn how to stay off your device. Put it in your purse. I see so many people walking around, crossing streets, going up and down stairs with their faces in their phone. And I feel like you're missing something. I want to say with the 11 here, it almost feels like you're missing a moment, or you're missing numbers, or maybe repeating numbers. It's like you're missing a message here because you're distracted by something. We do have destiny. You might be being distracted from numbers, like we've got 11 here. It might be 11s, it might be 1s. You might be distracted from seeing the signs to tell you that destiny is knocking on your door. We have card number 18. And so 18 is the moon. And so the moon is things we can't see. It's things that we're not expecting. And it feels like possibly someone has been distracted. Maybe your eye is off the prize, or you are not yet focused. You're not very focused on the future, I'm going to say, because of whatever is distracting you. Look, it could be work, it could be kids, it could be your phone, right? Whatever it is. Tell me more about Taurus. We have soon. So we have card number 5. And so there is something that's happening soon, a reunion. Look at that. So this reunion does not have to be romantic. And I always say that. That's what everybody thinks automatically when they watch these readings. But I speak about all things. I speak about speak about money, jobs, career. I also read on relationships, whether they're platonic or romantic. So platonic relationships would be your friends or your family, people that are acquaintances of yours. So it looks like there is, very soon, is going to be a reunion. You might be being sent messages already through the universe via numbers telling you that this is going to happen, but I feel like you've been distracted and maybe you don't see them, or you're not paying attention just because something else has your attention at this time. So card number 18, right? It's in the moon energy. 18 is the moon in the tarot. One more card. We have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So it feels like it could be about that. Water sign could also tells me that you're very vibrational. You could also have one of these signs in your big 3, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. I mean, it could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. That's what I read for. We have, be careful, someone is sneaky. So for some of you, there's a warning here to be careful that somebody is going to be giving you a confession, but I don't know that they're telling you the whole truth. Now, it says liar. It says be careful, someone is sneaky. And because I'm somebody who is a Sagittarius rising, I'm someone who always looks at the positive side of things. It feels to me as though someone's hiding something from you, but it feels like they're doing it because maybe they're uncomfortable with saying it to your face, or they're uncomfortable. Maybe they have feelings, right? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Maybe they have something to say about wanting a reunion and they really aren't sure if they can say it to your face. It feels like, it says here, someone has to tell you something. So it could be someone who's making a confession to you, or it could be someone who's confessing something about another person to you. Could be that, but something here is about to happen soon, possibly with a water sign. Let's get a tarot deck. Taurus, let's find out what's going on with tarot for the week ahead. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Taurus, don't forget that private reads are open. If you are interested in that, please check the pinned comment. If you would like to see my pricing, there is a link there to Wizio. Let's find out what is going on with Taurus. What are these distractions, Taurus? What are these distractions? So distractions could be worry. Look, maybe it's not a device, maybe it's not the kids, but I feel like you're distracted with worry. And that tells me that something really, I feel that is destined for you is about to show up or appear. And I feel like, you know, her hands are in her face is in her hands. So her eyes are covered. So it does really truly feel like there is a distraction of worry, that maybe you've been looking too far into the future, or possibly still connected to something that you're worrying about from the past. But it feels like this is your distraction. Your distraction is your mind. You're worried about stuff in the future, looking too far into the future. Things that haven't happened yet. We do have the Five of Swords, the Soon card, the number 5, which is lack, coming up on the 8 of Swords. And so it feels like you feel like your hands are tied, Taurus. There's nothing I can do here. All I can do is wait. And, you know, the thing is that Taurus is the most patient in the zodiac, but you don't get to just be patient just because you're a Taurus. I know a lot of very, very, one more time, very impatient Tauruses. This is something that you must learn. You must sort of grow into this thing. So I feel like there is somebody here who feels like their hands are tied. There's nothing I can do but wait. And I feel like this is a lesson in patience, Taurus. I know you hate the P word, but I feel like it's a lesson in patience. And I'm not talking for those of you who've been waiting a dog's age. I'm talking about someone who maybe wants it now and can't have it now. It says here something is happening soon, but I feel like you're not supposed to do anything. You're supposed to wait for it to arrive. I'm just counting these arrows in the quiver. There's 3 arrows in the quiver. So 3 swords, right? Arrows usually are swords. And so it feels like that maybe it's almost heartbreaking. It feels like you can't do anything about it. You can't see far enough into the future to know if it's going to work out. Your hands are tied and there isn't really anything that you feel like you can do. Why is this water sign here, please? Tell me about this. Why do we have this water sign card, please? Could have something to do with a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces, or maybe those are one of your placements as confirmation that this might be something that means something to you. This read might resonate with you. We do have the 4 of Wands in the reverse. So if this is somebody that you have been in a relationship with, I feel like this person is someone that you're no longer in a relationship with, or that something is on the rocks. Like it feels like a relationship isn't working, or maybe we are no longer living together, or, you know, the 4 of Wands in the reverse, right? So there's no happiness here. There's no excitement. And it feels like maybe I thought this person was my soulmate and now things aren't working out. We do have the the Knight of Pentacles, which has fallen out as well. And so I feel like the reason that you're worrying here, Taurus, is because something is taking far too long. Far too long to transpire. I want to say that somebody here is being very strategic, very practical, and they're mapping out what they want. Somebody here feels like there's no hurry, and they don't want to be in a hurry. So I feel like it's causing you to feel a little bit of angst, but it does feel like there could be somebody here who is like an earth sign, or maybe is a water sign that has earth, that is like, there is no hurry. I'm going to do things when I'm supposed to do things. We do have the Devil energy here. It does feel like you're very stuck to this 8 of Swords. It feels like it's an obsessive overthinking process for you, that you're always thinking the worst. Well, if this person isn't showing up, they possibly don't like me, or maybe they like somebody else, or maybe they're dating someone else. There's always that third option, and the third option is maybe they're just trying to take care of themselves, figure out what they want before they come to you and figure out if they want to have anything with you. So it does feel like there are some delays here. And it's because somebody is engaged in overthinking. We do have the Nine of Wands, and so it does feel like that if you are dealing with somebody who maybe has some earth energy, that this person is somebody who has been hurt many, many times in their life. It's like they're over it. The Nine of Wands to me is like, I'm waiting for the end of the cycle. I'm just going to sit here. There can't be anything wrong that will happen if I just sit here. But it feels like in sitting here waiting for the cycle to end, that somebody here is sort of overthinking, right? It's like the devil energy is about doubt. It's about fear. It's about feeling chained to maybe a thought process, feeling chained to maybe memories of the past. It feels like somebody here is carrying around those burdens still. Tell me about the Nine of Swords for Taurus, please. Actually, let's figure out what's happening soon. Tell me what's happening soon here. Why is this card here that says soon? Tell me about Taurus. We've got the Strength card. Okay. So somebody really is holding back at this time. We do have the Three of Cups. And we have the Emperor. So Taurus, I feel like if you are waiting on someone to pursue you, if you're waiting on the Emperor, it does feel like there is going to be a reunion. Look at that, right? The reunion is the Three of Cups. There will be a happy time, a happy reunion. You will see this person. You will get face to face with them. I feel like you could be dealing with a Leo, some of you, or someone who has Leo energy. But I get from this Strength card that someone is trying to face their fears. They're trying to calm themselves or calm their fears. And it could be that they think that maybe you don't want the reunion, that maybe you're not interested in them. You see that maybe sometimes you think about it too much from your side, but maybe you aren't really thinking about it from their side. Possibly they're the ones that are overthinking. The Emperor is like, because the Emperor will never go in, understand, if the Emperor doesn't think they're going to win. So the Emperor will not go in and take a chance if they don't know that it's not going to be, if it's not going to be a favorable situation for them, they're not even going to step forward. And so I think that's what the delay or the hesitation is. And it does feel like somebody, like you feel like your hands are tied. Because we're dealing with an Emperor, you know that the Emperor will get the ick if you pursue the Emperor. The Emperor is the one who wants to be doing the pursuing. They're the conqueror. They have the stability. They have the security. They are the person who wants to do, they go get what they want. That's Aries. And so I feel like there is going to be a reunion, but I do feel like the Emperor is holding back. I feel like you will hear from this person soon. Taurus is what it feels like here. Tell me about this Nine of Swords. I want to know why you're distracted with worry. It might be because something here is taking a really long time or taking longer than you thought it would. And it feels like it's strategic, though, because understand the Emperor is strategic. The Emperor has to be, right? If you think about these cards and how they were, the tarot, how tarot came about, and tarot came about in like the 1500s, and back then it was all about kingdoms and kings and queens and strategy, right? The Emperor had to be very strategic in order to be able to conquer certain kingdoms and add them to the empire. Like the Emperor is somebody who has to be quite strategic. If they have an inkling that they don't think that they can win, they're not going to lead a bunch of men into the slaughter, right? They're not going to start a war if they can't finish it. And that's just a metaphor, of course. But tell me about the Nine of Swords. It feels like you're worried because something is taking too long. I feel like your advice here, Taurus, is that it's time for you to take this time and put it toward working on yourself. We have self-mastery here, and I think the self-mastery piece here is about the Nine of Cups, because the Nine of Cups is about building happiness on your own or finding your own wish fulfillment. Nines are about doing it on your own. It's not about being with someone or looking at something externally to make you happy. Nines are about doing it by yourself. And so we have the Queen of Swords, and I feel like somebody here is, maybe you've been single for a really long time or out of a relationship for a really long time. And I feel like you're supposed to use this time that you're waiting on this Emperor, who I don't feel you're really waiting on, but I feel like this time is being given to you, not taken from you, but being given to you. So instead of sitting around worrying, I think that you're supposed to be making yourself happy, doing this working on the self, right? Self-mastery, because that's the bit that never goes away. We're always, or should always be working on ourselves. We're never perfect the way we are. And it's not to say that you're not good the way you are, but when we have a realization that there needs to be more work done, that's when we begin to do the work. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who is ready for the realization. The sword is in the air, right? I have a realization. I've got to do more work here. Tell me about this water sign and the Four of Wands, please. We do have the Ace of Cups, we have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Pentacles. So it could possibly be that it is a water sign that you're dealing with. I mean, for some of you, not all of you, or maybe you have a water sign placement. But it does feel like with this Four of Wands in the reverse, I feel like you've already made the decision. And the decision is, oh, this person's forgotten about me. They're never going to come around. This person's not going to pursue me. There's no reunion. Elsie, I don't know what you're talking about. I've been waiting for years. I see that some of you have probably been waiting for 3 years. We do have 8 and 2, which is 10. I'm going to say that this thing is moving in the right direction, like in the direction of long-term, of legacy. It feels like with these 3 pentacles that maybe you might be in the friendship stages with this person right now. You wouldn't even call it dating, but maybe you know them and you're friendly with them. So maybe you're not their bestie, but you're friendly with them. I feel like there's, with the Ace of Cups here, it tells me that there is love here. It feels like that this will turn into, friendship turns into love, or this acquaintanceship turns into more. But I feel like it's in a place right now where I feel like there is a wait for a reason, I want to say. Tell me about this Devil, please, and the Nine of Wands, because I think this is the problem here. It feels like somebody, either you're not ready or they're not ready. Somebody is still attached to these this wounded warrior era, I want to say, where you're still carrying around the hardships of the past, and it feels like somebody really needs to release their burdens before we can move forward, because you don't want to be carrying the old stuff into the new stuff. It feels like somebody is chained to their burdens. Tell me about this Devil energy with the Nine of Wands. This could be you or them. It doesn't have to be you. There it is. The Three of Swords is here. The Nine of Pentacles is here. You know what, Taurus? I feel like if this is you, then I feel like your stability, your confidence, the glow up that you've had recently or lately, it feels like the reason that happened is because of the Three of Swords. I hate to say it this way, but I really do feel that all the things that you went through have brought you up to here. They were all bringing you wisdom and knowledge, and I feel like it grew you into the Nine of Pentacles. Like Taurus, I want to say you grew anyway, regardless of the Three of Swords, the disappointments and the heartbreaks, regardless of the Nine of Wands, regardless of being attached to heartbreak and heartache in your past. I feel like things are about to change for you, like in the biggest way. I feel like you are going into some sort of new cycle here, and it does show with the Eight of Wands that things are about to move quickly. Like you can see all this water coming in. We have a water sign here. All this water coming in quickly here. And the Eight of Wands is about quick movement. And the Nine of Pentacles being here tells me that you are quickly moving into this place of stability, this glow up, this dependability. I now depend on myself. I don't really need anyone. And that is when the person that you want is probably going to show up. Seems to be historically, that's what happens when we take our eye off the prize finds us. Tell me what the outcome is for Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. What's the outcome for Taurus? We've got the Five of Wands, we've got the Eight of Cups, and we've got the Ace of Swords. So you are going to get communication. There is communication showing up here. We've got the Eight of Cups, and it tells me that the Emperor, because these two are touching now, it tells me that the Emperor needs to disconnect or walk away from something in the past. And it might be that they already physically walked away, because this is not Pentacles. This is water. It's emotions. And so the water sign could be a person you're dealing with, but the water sign feels to me like this is a very emotional situation. That this Emperor, it feels like, is disconnected from their emotions at this time because they're holding back from making communication. That's why they're holding back from making communication, because they're kind of detached from their emotions at this time, or they're trying to detach from an emotional situation that they walked away from in the past. We do do have the King of Pentacles. This person is really ready to settle down. The King of Pentacles is ready to provide material wealth, is ready to settle down, share their wealth. And we do have the Two of Swords in the reverse, along with the Sun. So that tells me that in the very near future, that this Emperor here, I feel, is going to be making some type of a decision. When the Two of Swords for me is in the reverse, it's like I no longer have a block, because now I have a breakthrough. Now I am going to make a decision about what I'm doing next. Now there is movement. Now I'm going to move forward. Taurus, if you do have the ability to listen to your intuition, I feel like you already know this, but I feel like you're doubting it. There is going to be a reunion here. It is your destiny. So when destiny shows up, there is no way that you can stop it. It just feels like it's hiding in the moon energy right now. I feel like fear is a liar. And I'm just going to say that because the Devil card has shown up here. And the Devil card is fear. And I feel like fear is the liar. I don't think anyone's trying to lie to you. I feel like fear is the liar. And the fear of the Nine of Swords is here. Nine of Swords is under here, right? And then we have the Queen of Swords, which is one sword. It's time for you to release this, because fear is a liar. I feel like there's a confession coming. Somebody is going to tell you about their feelings. I feel like there's going to be some type of confession from the Emperor. Now look, this could be a reading where somebody is waiting for the boss to say, look, the job is yours. You're the best one for the job is yours. It feels like somebody is waiting for to detach their feelings from the situation, so it becomes a very head over heart situation, that they're trying to make a clear decision about who to give the abundance to. Because if this is a job, it feels like you are the candidate because of the Nine of Pentacles. It does feel like with the Nine of Pentacles that something moves forward quickly, and you quickly go from the Nine of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. So it does feel like a decision is being made, one that you're going to love, and that maybe the water sign is telling me that this is all too emotional for you. I feel like you need to let it go, because the Nine of Cups is here. This is what you're supposed to be focused on, your emotional happiness. That's the part of your self-mastery that you're in right now. Learning to speak your truth, or be open and speak freely, even though you're quite emotional. I feel like that's the part of the self-mastery, and you might need to master that before this Emperor comes along. Look, divine timing is a thing, and it's a thing on both sides. Sometimes we always assume that it's them that's taking forever. What if it's you? What if you don't have enough lessons, right? We always got to consider both sides, and that's my job, is to show you both sides. I'm like a lawyer for the universe. So showing you both sides. I feel like there's a breakthrough coming here, and I feel like somebody is making a decision. It could be a Leo. It doesn't have to be. It could be an Aquarius as well. But we do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Aries energy here. We do have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have water energy here as well, right? Water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. I'm going to leave this right here. Oh, yeah, Cancer is here. I'm going to leave this right here. Thank you so much, Taurus, for coming here and watching. Hope that made a little bit of sense for you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Hope you are too. You guys take care. Bye-bye.